Hello everyone, welcome. It's actually 9th of September, which means that I haven't recorded this kind of intro video up until today. I just wanted to sit down and try to catch up on what has happened. The first thing that I want to say is I finally moved in, and that brought like both positive and negative things. Like with positive things, of course, it is that now I have my own space, even though it's not big, but it's my own space and I just can do whatever I want. And I can also kind of decorate the place. As you can see, I already have some fluffy friends here, and I'm still waiting for lights to decorate this wall with, so we'll see how it will look like. But anyways, I'm extremely happy that I'm here already. I moved in on 30th of August, and for a few days me and my boyfriend, we had to try to like figure out the whole situation with this one room, because it's literally like this apartment is just one room. That was also quite a challenge because there were so many things to think about, to figure out, to order, to somehow arrange, organize, but that was definitely a really valuable experience for me and for our relationship too, and I think it went quite smoothly. Like, I'm happy with everything. One more thing that you might see quite soon in my videos from now on is matcha and just any kind of coffees that I make at home, because somehow like everywhere, wherever I go here in Korea, matcha is so sweet. I'm sure there's some kind of syrup or something else. I'm so happy that now I can make my own matcha at home and yeah, just enjoy unsweetened matcha. And now as for studying. Okay, so today is actually my fourth day at language courses at Ihwa Women's University, and I can say that I really love it. Maybe the most difficult thing for me is just online format of classes, because I come from Ukraine and I haven't had offline classes like in 4 years, which can sound crazy. You might ask why, because starting from 2021, I entered my university back in my hometown, and we studied offline like for a month and a half, and after that we had quarantine because of COVID-19, and the next year war in Ukraine started. Since my region is in eastern part of Ukraine, our university just didn't conduct any offline classes, so that's why starting from 2022 I didn't have offline classes. I just had online ones, and I think I just totally forgot how it is to actually go to university, study offline and interact with people. As for classes themselves, I think that the course will be quite intensive. Right now I am in a group of 3rd GIP, and even so I received my language certificate with 4th GIP last year, so I got 4th level of Korean officially, but I'm so happy that I'm in 3rd GIP just to review some stuff, just to have like smoother adaptation to these classes. But as for the plan of studying, so for this 1 year till next September, I will have a whole year of language courses, and hopefully I will go through all 4 of them, starting from 3rd level, finishing with 6th level, and I will also have to take my official exam on Korean language, which will allow me enter the university's master's degree program after this language course. So my classes of language course started last Thursday on 4th of September, and today it is Tuesday. It is 9th of September, which means I had just 4 days, but I really do like it, and that's really interesting, interactive. I love our teachers. They are really nice and friendly, supportive. I hope it will be like that for the whole year. So far I really like everything except waking up early because the class starts at 9 a.m. and it finishes at 1 p.m. So we have 4 periods, and in between there's like 10 minutes of a break. So the problem is that I'm so used to waking up late. I would do it all the time at home, especially during summer break, that waking up at like 7 or even 7:30 for me is unreal. So every morning I have a struggle because I need to get up. I really need to be on time. And that's why I'm trying to get up early, but I still struggle with that a lot. And I'm also gonna show you the books that we're using for studying. So I guess the way it works, but I'm not sure, is that every university, almost every university, has their own books that they published for different levels of Korean language students, and they just use them during their Korean language courses. But also some universities, they just don't have some specific levels, so they might be using these course books of other universities. But my university, Ihwa Women's University, has its own books for studying, so I'm gonna show you them. So here is third level, third GIB students book, but it's just first half of third level. They also have the second part, so each level consists of 2 of these books, right, students books, and also 2 workbooks where we have our homework. And actually I have a lot of homework today. We received not only homework from workbook, but also some writing homework, and I do have to do that a bit later after I record the video, of course. So in general, I do like everything. I just need to study more and do my best. Now I'll be with this beautiful, beautiful background here. It's entrance to Gyeongbokgung Palace, and I just wanted to summarize my time in Korea a little bit. So I guess first maybe 3 days we're just trying to adapt to new time zone, trying to adapt to new people, to new society, to new weather. And weather here is extremely different, I'd say, because the air is so humid that at the beginning it was difficult for me to even breathe outside. Now weather is just getting a little bit better, but still it's not the best. So I'm hoping for a better September. And then next week, my first full week in Korea was all about going somewhere, being out and about, just exploring places. I saw quite a lot, and I'm so happy that I had such a week full of fun, full of traveling inside of Seoul. Then the last week, and today is Friday, so this week it was a bit more hectic because we had to move in and set up the place. It was quite empty. It had like some basic furniture, but not everything. But now it's almost perfect, I guess. We have figured out a lot of stuff, and I think it will be extremely easy and convenient for me to live there. And as for today, I'm so happy that it's finally Friday, and I'm so happy that the weekend is gonna be soon, because I'll just have time for myself. I'll just rest. I'm really tired, even from these 2 days of studying. It's enough. It's enough. And you know, for me, trying to record myself speaking in public places is not an easy task. Even now I feel a bit uncomfortable, so I'm still trying to work on that skill of talking in public. We're going to the airport again. Okay, I'm already home. I just wanted to say that the show was really cool. I tried to look for girls also from other universities that came here as GKS scholars. We wanted to meet, but I just couldn't find anyone because there were so many people that it was just impossible to go through the crowd. Even so, I tried, but then I understood that it will be so difficult to get out of the crowd when the show will end. So I just decided to go a bit further from the people, and actually it was, I think, a good decision. I still managed to see like everything. Even the trees nearby, they didn't distract me anyhow. I could still film everything. Yeah, and the show was really cool. And especially, I think it was cool for those who are fans of K-pop Demon Hunters. I could hear so many people scream when like characters' faces were displayed with those drones. It was a really cool experience. I'm happy that I went because before going there, I thought whether I should go or maybe I should stay home and study a bit. But I'm really happy that I was there. I'm a bit tired, but I'm okay. Anyways, I bought some pastry and I just love pastry. So I hope to come home, have some lunch and enjoy my pastry. Here you can see a big version of salgumpan. It's like salty kind of pastry, croissant. And I actually have a real version of this too. And it is just here. I just came from a bakery and bought like this salt croissant. I have no idea how it might taste, so let me find it out. There's like this small bookshop at Ihwa campus, and I decided to go there like today. I got such a sudden inspiration to actually try reading a book in Korean. I still have like a long way to go to be able to read books in Korean, but still finally I decided to buy a book and to try to just read it, just practice reading and try to understand at least something. I decided to choose something from like self-development section because some of those books, they are talking more about just everyday kind of life stuff. They don't dive sometimes, not all the books, but they are talking about everything in general, and there is one book which I actually wanted to buy for a quite long time, and this is this book, Diary of CEO. Well, after reading like one page, I can use translator, just take a photo, just translate the page to grasp the meaning better, because I also want to understand what was said in this book. I will read aloud and it will help me to practice reading, but also I will highlight some words, and some of the words I will definitely face them here like a lot of times, so probably I will remember something. Like I started with the first page and I just decided to highlight some words which I think might be important even later, like those that maybe I've heard before but I don't remember. So I will write the translation of them here, and I hope to come across them again and again, so at the end I will remember them. Stuck in the summer air, getting lost in the day, feels like an escape. Whisper me sweet nothings, all the words that you say keeps me wanting to stay. Guys, I didn't know that in order to get like up to dormitories on campus, on Ihwa campus, you need to go really long way and you need to be like really careful, like even like this. But I don't understand how do people walk here in winter, for example. Idea what kind of fruit it is. I feel like it's a pear, at least like overall it doesn't look like a pear to me from the outside, but from the inside it kind of looks like a pear, so I'll have to check what kind of fruit it is, but I don't know. Let's see how it tastes. I definitely like it because like those kind of pears that are really ripe, I'm not the biggest fan of them because they're really sweet, but this one is more like pottery. This is a tangerine! It already smells like Christmas. Good morning. I'm not sure which day it is. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. It's 6th day, and I'm going to my class. Today I had some motivation to do a bit more of makeup because since I was waking up so late, I didn't have time to do it at all during the week. I just came home and I think it's time to clean up the mess because I'm not gonna show it to you. It's behind me, but the whole place is kind of messy because I'm still not used to getting ready in the morning, and when I get ready it's a disaster. Plus when I come back home and have my lunch, it's also a disaster. So let me just clean up the space a bit. Hello, it's Friday, finally, which means that Saturday is literally starting tomorrow, and I'm really happy because I just want, to rest. But because this week, it was quite easy, I'd say, but still, I need like some time to adapt to this new lifestyle, to my new tasks, so that was a bit draining. But yeah, there was like one thought that just crossed my mind a few minutes ago. When people move to some other country, to a new place, they often need a lot of time to get used to the place, and sometimes they might think like, oh my gosh, that's not the place where I'm meant to be, or it's like not the place for me. That's what a lot of people might think. And if anyone asked me this question, like whether I feel comfortable here, for some weird reason, yes. And I mean, it's not like too weird because imagine I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Korea for the last 4 years, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, like some vlogs of different people who live in Korea. I was a bit familiar with the whole concept of living in Korea and Korea itself. So I have like a really strange feeling from the very first weeks that, I just kind of belong here. I hope that no one will judge me for this phrase, but still, it just feels so peaceful in a way. But yeah, anyways, it wasn't exactly my decision to start learning Korean, because when I applied for a degree, for a bachelor's degree just to study in my university in Ukraine, I just didn't know that I'm gonna study Korean. And oh my gosh, you might think, Maria, what do you mean? What do you mean you didn't know this? Guys, I didn't. And I think I have a lot of interesting things to tell you about, like let's say, my past with learning Korean, how I ended up in Korea. I have a lot of things which were, in my opinion, just like destiny. But maybe it's gonna be another video. So just let me know if you're interested in the whole process, how I ended up here, what I did, how I was learning Korean, anything about that. Just checked the audio and I understood it was really loud outside, so I decided to close the window. What I was gonna say before is that I've seen so many things and I've heard so many things about Korea during past 4 years that for me being here feels kind of natural. I don't know how to explain it really. I just feel really good here in a way that, oh, it's not like extremely foreign concept of something. No, like that's something that I was preparing myself for. Or maybe universe was preparing me for this all this time.